It's a big dilemma. You need a big constituency in the majority to help you protect the sacred sites. But you have to talk about the sacred sites in order to convince people this is a worthy cause. I know I used to have quite a bit of conversations with Bill Tallball, the medicine wheel people, on how you protect this. And he said, I'm just baffled because we get all kinds of allies among the whites and we make some progress. And then they all want to go out to that sacred site and experience it. And he said, here you've asked them to help, you've told them it's real, that this is very necessary, and then you've got to turn around and say, well, we don't want you to go out there because we have to have solitude to do these things. We're not doing these ceremonies on a stage. In the first place, you want to keep ceremonies secret just for Indians. And then you turn around, all kinds of Indians are inviting non-Indians in the ceremonies. You say, well, what are we doing here? And then you see that most of them, 99%, get a really good experience, and a lot of those become better people. So everybody's happy. But they don't really get to any depth where they'd be useful as spiritual leaders, and they have no communities to return to. And you can hang around Indians for a while, but it gets kind of boring because most of the things Indians do are secular things. So it's a big dilemma, and I don't... At the start of the New Age, I was kind of irritated like the rest of the people, and the more I looked at it, I thought, well, if they're not expending their energy that way, they might be doing something really dangerous. So I thought, since it's just a low-level thing, there's no problem with it. We had a meeting on Indian religion at Harvard Divinity School, and one of the religious leaders opened the conference with a prayer and a pipe. We just passed the pipe around. And after that, there must have been a dozen whites came up to me just breathless. So I've never been in a ceremony like that. That meant so much to me. I just can't tell you how I love Indian religion. And a momentary experience, and I mean, no different than me lighting a cigarette, actually, in terms of what they understood was going on. I mean, the craving is just, so there's a desperate need to appropriate from somebody, not necessarily Indians, but from somebody, some feeling, emotional feeling of authenticity. And the problem is that they all think of themselves as individualists. They don't have definable communities to return to. So they're just trapped. And I really feel sorry for them. Some years ago, South Dakota Highway Department asked me if I would identify all the sacred sites to the Sioux in South Dakota. And I said, of course not. It's better to have them undisturbed and unused than to have all these people tromping, busloads of Japanese tourists going through. And they were quite put off because they wanted them as tourist attractions.